the NHL, but it's Canadian teams only, which means that we're going to have Calgary, Edmonton, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Vancouver, and Winnipeg, and I've basically nuked the entirety of the NHL besides these 7 teams, and we are going to be finding out what team in NHL 25 is the best Canadian team currently in the National Hockey League, and we are going to see here in NHL 25 what is the best Canadian team still in the National Hockey League. Now, it will be interesting to see which team goes on and ends up winning the Stanley Cup. The Oilers, which team I'm controlling right now, 13-6-4 to start the season. I do believe only 4 teams will end up making the playoffs, so then hopping in, it's only going to be 2 rounds worth of postseason action, best of 7 each round, and then we are going to crown a Stanley Cup champion. So at the end of the season, no surprises, the Oilers were the best team, 56-18-8, followed by Toronto, who also had a 50-win season. Montreal, 44 wins with Fortnite Line is not bad at all. And then to round it out, the Vancouver Canucks with 41 wins. Calgary, Winnipeg, and Ottawa all have missed the postseason. Connor McDavid is going to finish the year with the most points at 136, followed by Hyman's 131. Leon Draisaitl had 128. Mitch Marner was up there. Matthews at 117. Nuge had 97. Nick Suzuki had a great season. JT Miller was all right. On the goal side, we got Tommy Egg Matthews with 63, the most on the season. Zach Hyman, a 60-goal year himself. McDavid was decent with 51. Mark Scheifele had 42. Caulfield 42, so he finally can call himself a 40-goal scorer. JT Miller was decent, and Nazem the Dream Kadri, 39 goals, 77 points, and a -20. Stuart Skinner will have the most wins out of any goalie with 42, obviously, since the Oilers had the most wins themselves. Demko with 35, Montepo had 33, Stolarz 33, and on the shutout side, Demko ran away with this one. He had 6. Nobody else even had 2. Only a few had 1 shutout, so the goalies right now are definitely not at an all-time high. And since there's only 7 teams in the NHL right now, it is only 4 that will make it. We got Edmonton versus Vancouver, and then the battle of Toronto versus Montreal. Bitter rivals. Since there is only 4 teams, we'll go game by game. First period, game number 1, the Oilers take an early 2-1 lead. Wow, Vancouver 4 in the second period, and they get a 3-goal advantage heading into the third. Skinner has not been good whatsoever. Oilers out shooting them 28-24. Pretty even. Troy Stetcher on Arthur Sheloff's. Not even Demko starting. Gets the Oilers back to within 2. Power play for Vancouver. Power play for Edmonton. And nobody's going to capitalize on either, as the Canucks are going to walk away with a 1-0 lead in the series after winning 6-3. Les Montreal and Toronto, game number 1, entering the third period of low-scoring affair. Only 2-1 lead for the Leafs. Never mind, Fortnite Line will tie the game up at 2. Montreal outplaying them as well, but doesn't matter. Nylander will take the lead on Montepo. Shots are 30-29, pretty close now. Power play, the Habs get nothing on it. 7 minutes to go in this third period. They are currently, never mind, Jake Evans ties the game up at 3, and oh my god. Here we go, 1:30 left to go. The Leafs took the lead. Literally, Montreal just tied the game up, and already they're down by 1, so things aren't looking too great for the Habs. Less than a minute to go here in game number 1 of the, I guess you could say, the semifinals, considering there is only going to be 2 rounds in the postseason, I guess. Austin Matthews coming in. Matthews ripping a slap shot, goes wide and goes down the length of the ice, which will kill time for Toronto, which is desperately what they need right now. Oh my god, Stolarz turns it over to Slavkovsky. Empty net for the Habs. They're trying to push right now. Nyes moves up to Marner. Mitch, the bitch, is he going to see? Oh, it's not an empty net. Never mind. I guess Montepo went back to his crease. Is he going to go now? 24 seconds to go, 23, I guess the Habs, there it is, they're going to pull the goalie. Suzuki shooting, and Stolarz will make the nice save. Less than 20 seconds to go. Matthew Nyes turns it over. Stolarz has to make the nice save again. 13 seconds to go. Matthews on the draw right now. Can he win it and seal the game? He pushes him. Marner picks it up. Over to Nyes. 10 seconds to go. It looks like the Leafs are going to walk away with a Game 1 victory. Empty net. Tomiak misses it, but it does not really matter, as Mitch Marner will put home the empty netter, and the Leafs take a 1-0 series lead. We are now back in the Western Conference. Obviously, the Oilers down 1-0 in their series. They got a 3-2 lead entering the third. Vancouver really won Game 1 in the second period. They rallied off 4 straight, and that was pretty much it for the Oilers. Power play, a long power play, and thankfully, Zach Hyman will tie the game up for Edmonton. That was like a double minor, maybe even a major. McDavid will score on Sheloffs, and it is an Uno reverse card here in Game 2 as the Oilers tie this series up. Game number 2, Leafs and Habs, 3-1 for Montreal. Armia, Dvorak, and Matheson. Second period, a 4-2 advantage for Montreal as they are 5-2. Never mind, Mike Matheson scored 2 goals in this game, and Montreal is dominating Toronto. Tavares gets them back to within 2, but I really don't think it's going to matter that much. I mean, 7 minutes to go here in the third period. Let's see, Toronto, they got to push. They got to push for offense. There it is, Mitch Marner, 4 goals on 20 shots. Montebo's been bad, but Montreal has been better. 7-4 victory in game number 2. Here we go, game 3 now switches to Vancouver. Entering the third period, the Oilers, McDavid and Hyman will score 2 in the second and have a 2-1 advantage entering the third. Shots are pretty even. Power play for Vancouver. They can't get anything on it. They're going to definitely bite themselves in the back for that. I don't even know what I'm saying. Is that even a saying? Who knows? 5 minutes remaining. Power play for the Oilers. Can they ice the game? A 2-1 lead for Edmonton, and they're going to take a 2-1 series lead. Toronto desperately needs this win. I mean, we're in game 3. The series is tied, but the Habs should not really be competing with Toronto right now. 4-3 advantage for the Leafs, outshooting them 31-23. But it's only a 1-goal game, so 1 shot on Joseph Woll. Actually, Wall's not even starting. It's actually Anthony Stolarz who's in between the pipes. 7 minutes to go. We haven't had a single goal in this third period. The goaltenders are shutting the door. Toronto outshooting, outscoring, and they're going to take a 2-1 advantage. The Oilers trying to go up 3-1 in the series over the Nucks. They get a 3-1 lead entering the third, so maybe a good omen entering the third period here. 16 minutes to go. Pretty even game. Shots at 29-28. 3-1 advantage for the Oilers. Again, another third period where no goals are being scored. And it looks like very defensive hockey here in the postseason. Not a lot of blowouts, not a lot of big scoring games. And the Edmonton Oilers, Zach Hyman gets the empty netter, and they've taken a dominating 3-1 series lead. Here we go, a very pivotal game 4. This could swing either way. We either have a tie series or another 3-1 series lead for the Leafs. They're down by 1 to the Habs right now. Who scored the goal for Montreal? Josh Anderson on Anthony Stolarz in the second period. Okay, Montreal getting thoroughly outplayed. Shots are 30-18. Nonetheless, they're holding on to a shutout right now. A Samuel Montebo. Never mind tummy ache Matthews. I jinxed them. Holy hell. Here we go in overtime. It looks like the Leafs are on a 5-on-3 power play to start the overtime frame. Oh my god. All right, full forecheck, full attack for the Montreal Canadiens. Oh no, Tavares coming in. Over to Nylander. Nylander waiting. Back to the point to Riley. Over. Matthews shooting. And Montebo will make the save. Montreal skates that out. Barron loses at the blue line to Nyes. Pick it up. There we go. Domi. Oh, Max Domi's not scoring. I played with him with Shoresy way too long. I know exactly what this guy is like. He's not going to score a single goal. I don't even know why he's out there in overtime right now. Evans loses it. Nyes over to Domi. We get a 2-on-1 brewing. Domi coming in, shooting, and Samuel Montebo yet again will have to make the glove save. Offensive zone draw for the Leafs. Still in the power play as Montreal. They had to kill a 5-on-3 to start OT. That's rough. I'm not going to lie. Come on, Montreal. Get it out. Moving it up. Brendan Gallagher. Over to Patrick Fortnite Laine. Laine waiting. Laine shooting. Nice save by Stolarz. Doc behind the net. Out front to Laine again. Holding on to it. Back to the point. Matheson to Gooley. Shooting. Another great save by Stolarz. Keeping them in the game right now. Laine with the turnover to Kirby. Doc, who doesn't even get a shot on net. Out in front, a sprawling save by Stolarz. The Habs are close to getting full pressure, but the Leafs just skated out of the zone very easily. Nylander over to Domi. Domi shooting, and Montebo again. The goalies have been sound, even though they're literally against advantage. Sloppy hockey here in the middle. Turnover. Nylander! I've never seen William Nylander take a slap shot. I swear to God. Riley coming in. Morgan shooting. No energy for Montebo. Domi with a nice forecheck out in front, and an absolute bomb by Janmark, but it will go down the length of the ice. I bumped up the sliders for the computers as per usual. I think it creates more scoring chances and more opportunity for computers to score, considering they're obviously like Team Canada in the World Juniors. They just can't score. They are allergic to scoring goals, so make the goalies worse, make the computers better, and just see what happens. Matheson coming down the wing, gonna dump it in. He had no options there, so I guess that was a smart play. We got dumping hockey back and forth. Honestly, not really digging it. I'm looking for a goal here, Montreal. Come on. We got to do something. Caulfield coming in. Deking. Cole Caulfield still has it. Caulfield over. Slavkovsky doesn't get a shot on net. Great defending by the Leafs. Something you really couldn't say for a long time. But hey, they got Chris Tanev and Morgan Riley, so it is what it is. Domi coming down. Max Domi still out there, like a 4 or 5 minute shift by Domi. No goals scored, of course. Max Domi ain't scoring a goddamn thing. Slavkovsky over. Caulfield shooting. And again, Stolarz will cover it up. Savard shooting. Oh, there was a tip in front too. Full pressure for the Habs, and the Leafs just skated out, man. Trying to score a goal here. Somebody's got to get one. Nyes walking in. Nyes trying to go 5-hole on Monty, and it did not work. Savard over Slavkovsky. This has been a very long overtime period. Hudson. Lane Hudson. Where's the head fakes at? Over. Slavkovsky shooting. Nice pad save by Stolarz. Back and forth hockey. There's been chances. There has definitely been chances, but nobody can bury it right now. Matthews up to Nyes. Nyes waiting. Over to Matthews. Doesn't get a shot on net. Just gets bullied. Bullied by Lane Hudson, the little rookie. Dummying Matthews around the ice. I've never thought in a million years I would see that. Turnover by the Leafs. Jason Robertson to Austin. Tummy ache Matthews, and there it is. The game winner, and the Leafs, just like the Oilers, will take a 3-1 advantage in their series. And now we're 1 win away from making the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time since '67. Here we go. Vancouver season on the line. No score after 1 second period. The Oilers got a 2-0 lead. McDavid and Draisaitl, the big guns, stepping up when it matters the most. And right now, they need Skinner to lock it in. 1 win, and they're off to the Cup Finals. 13 minutes to go in the third. They're out shooting them 33-21. Outplaying them, outscoring, out-goaltending them. 3-0 lead of Vander Kane on Arthur Shelovs. That might do it. Here we go. 1:47 remaining to go in the third. A 3-0 advantage for the Oilers. They're doing good right now. Full attack, though. We are not sitting back like the Tampa Bay Lightning in the 2010s. 1-3-1, John Tortorella. Get that shite out of here. Bouchard getting bodied in the corner. Oh, no. Turnover Bouchard, the turnover machine himself. Back to the point to Soucy. The Bluger. Back. 1T. Great save by Foreskin. Skinner. Full pressure for the Canucks. They're down by 3. They need a quick one, and they're going to get it. Teddy Bluger will score on Skinner. And it is officially a 2-goal game. All right, so it gets closer. 43 seconds to go. 2-goal advantage. Empty net for Vancouver. They might get a quick one here. McDavid over to Skinner. Jeff Skinner coming down the wing. Empty net. Skinner, and there it is. Jeff Skinner will bury it. Third of the night, which means... Or no, that's not his third of the night. Third of the postseason. I thought it was about to be a ho-ho hat trick. Nonetheless, the Oilers, they go back up in the game, and it looks like they're going to be advancing to the Cup Final yet again. Less than 30 to go. Things are not looking too great for Vancouver. Troy Stecher moves it up to Skinner again. Vancouver has gotten 0 offense all game, and Shelovs has to make another save. Why is Demko not playing? Is he injured? I went into playoff mode, and immediately Thatcher Demko, who had the most shutouts in the regular season, is absolutely invisible and seemingly not playing. We got 15 seconds remaining in the third period. The Edmonton Oilers obviously made the Cup Final in real life last season. And it looks like they're going to go back-to-back. Oh, my God, McDavid. They're trying to score a goal right now with 5 seconds remaining. Just kill the clock, Oilers. Come on. As they are going to advance to the Stanley Cup Finals for back-to-back seasons. And now we await the winner between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. All right, the same thing could happen to the Habs here. They get a 1-0 lead after 1. Brendan Gallagher. Second period, Dvorak will score, and it looks like they're holding on to a 2-0 lead. Trying to force a Game 5, but Mitch Marner right away says, hold my beer. Trying to get back in this game are the Toronto Maple Leafs halfway through the third period. Shots are 29-25 for the Habs. Power play. They don't get anything on it, though. 5 minutes go. Jake Evans will extend the lead, give them an insurance marker. 4 minutes to go. And it looks like Montreal will indeed force a Game 6. Here we go. Montreal, Toronto, game number 6. 2-2 tie entering the third period. And it looks like we're going to have a close game here. A very, very close game. 15 minutes to go. What can the Habs do? Can they force a Game 7 back in Toronto? Put them on their heels again. Remember back in 2021, the Leafs had a 3-1 series lead then, and they blew it to a much worse Habs team, if I'm being honest. 2 minutes to go. Are we going to have overtime? All right, here we are. Overtime indeed. Game number 6. The Habs trying to replicate 2021. Not in the bubble this time. Slavkovsky over. Matheson to Caulfield. Caulfield doesn't get a shot on net. Great block by Tummy Ake there. Probably going to be injured for the next 2 months after that. Gooley, where are you going? Caden Gooley. Okay. Over to Slavkovsky. Up to Suzuki. Nick Suzuki waiting. Over. Finding Matheson. Coming in. Shooting. Stolarz with a great save. Overtime hockey yet again. It took a little bit to finish the last overtime frame. Oh my God. Matthews is dummying Caulfield there. He looks like twice the size of him. Guhle loses that puck. Slavkovsky picks it up, though. Coming into the offensive zone. Loses it again. Just sloppy hockey back and forth. Newhook. Slavkovsky. Gallagher. Oh, my God. Brendan Gallagher. Why is Brendan Gallagher out there on the ice in overtime? Can somebody please explain that? I would love to know. Marner shooting. Rebound. Nice. Trying to finish this series. He could not do so. Shots are 43-31 for the Leafs. Trying to finish them off. Oh, my God. Matthews had that corner picked. Too bad he missed the net, though. Tanev down low, turning into an offensive defenseman. Holy hell. Guhle, where are you going? Moves up to Gallagher. Brendan Gallagher getting absolutely destroyed in the corner there. It's a gangbang. Nyes. Where are you going, Nyes? Moves up to Yarncroc. Kelly Yarncroc coming in. Loses it again. The computers are great, man. They're great at losing the puck. That's for sure. I would say that's their best trade out of anything. Alexander Newhook has no energy. Why don't you go for a change? Why don't I make you go for a change? There we go. Let's get the first forward line and the second D pair out there right now. The rest of our players are pretty tired. Yarncroc coming in, waiting, finding Liljegren, and Montembeault covers it up. 7:30 remaining to go. Suzuki. Oh, why would Suzuki not walk in and risk that home, dude? Easy. Nylander might bite them in the back here. Ho, 1T Max Domi. If Max Domi gets a series winner, I might end the video right then and there. 6:23 left to go. Suzuki wins that draw. Lane Hudson, head fake, buddy. Head fake, left, right. Come on, dude. Suzuki coming in, the captain. Nick, over, Slavkovsky. Nice save by Stolars in the pads. We got 5 minutes left to go in OT. No goals have been conceded yet. And I mean, hopefully no babies either in the arena. Nylander to Yarncroc. Wow, Nylander did all that work just to block the shot by Yarncroc. Oh my God. If there was a better moment to describe the computers, I don't think there was. Oh, Tavares all alone for the series. What a save by Montembeault. Oh my Lord. Arbor Jacki took him down too. The Leafs full pressure in the zone, and it goes down the ice. You said full pressure, and immediately it went away. Nicholas Robertson coming in the zone. Why is he going to dump it in? Why dump it in with a minute to go? Just giving the puck away. Waugh. Is that Nicholas Waugh or is it Joseph Waugh? I don't even know. Anderson coming in the zone. Anderson over Dvorak. What a save by Stolars. A diving save on the 1T. That would have been a goal there. Bobby McMahon. McMahon ripping it home, and that will do it. The Toronto Maple Leafs will not have a repeat of 2021 as they have advanced to the Stanley Cup Finals, and we have probably the most anticipated Cup Final in a long time now, with the Leafs meeting the Oilers, and we're going to find out who is the best Canadian team currently in the NHL. And then there were two. We got the Oilers up against the Toronto Maple Leafs to see who's going to go on, take the crown as the best Canadian team. Here we go. Game number one. First period, 2-0 lead for the Oilers. 4-1 entering the third. That is not looking too great for the Leafs here in game one. Getting absolutely bombarded by goals. And I mean, they're out shooting the Oilers, but they can't beat Stuart Skinner. What a shame, eh? What a shame as the Oilers take game one 4-2. All right, still in Edmonton for game number two. And entering the third, the Oilers are down by 2. Max Domi scored 1, and then Nicholas Robertson, the second and third liners, chipping in for Toronto. Okay, 15 minutes to go. Power play Edmonton. Don't get anything on it. They could not capitalize, and Calle Jarnkrok will score, give them a 3-0 lead. And it looks like they are going to tie the series up after shutting out the Edmonton Oilers in game number 2. Here we go. Game number 3. It's moved to Toronto now. And the Leafs 3-0 entering the third period. Oh no, Liljegren, Dewar, and Matthews. All right, Brett Kulak gets us on the board. Thank you very much. Down by 2 in the third. We need some offense. Come on, Oilers. You guys know what to do, man. Halfway through the third, still a 3-1 game. The Leafs have been they've been rolling the last 2 games after dropping the ball in game 1. It looks like they're going to go up 2-1 in the series, entering into game number 4. Here we go. Game 4, a 2-2 tie after the first. Draisaitl, Tanev, Nyes, and Skinner. Second period, there we go. McDavid and Ekholm in the second. And Edmonton has a 4-2 lead entering the third. Getting outshot, though, 30-23, so Skinner's actually been kind of lights out. Man, I'm not going to say lights out, but he's been decent in the Cup Final so far. And it's been a very even affair between 2 Canadian teams going at it. Power play doesn't get to go. Edmonton trying to hold on. It looks like we're headed to a best of 3 as we are all tied up at 2 apiece. Here we go. Game 5 in Edmonton. 3-2 after 1. So the goalies have taken a Christmas holiday break. And we got a 3-3 tie entering the third. Thanks to Connor McDavid. And McDavid with the second of the night, I believe. Might have been third. Arvidsson will score on the power play. And we got a 5-3 game for the 6-3 Leon. It is a goal-scoring dream right now as everybody's finding the back of the net on Anthony Stolarz, who is absolutely falling apart here in the Cup final as the Edmonton Oilers 7-3 victory will now play for Lord Stanley back in Toronto in Game 6. Here we go. Game 6 first period. Skinner and Hyman, 2-0 lead for the Oilers entering the third. We got ourselves a tie game thanks to Tummy Ache Matthews scoring a pair in the second period. Here we go. Oh my God, Matthews with a hat trick, but Zach Hyman answers immediately. We got it. Matthews again, his 4th of the night. Austin Tummy Ache Matthews finally showing up in a playoff game. I don't know what I'm witnessing right now. The Nylander scores makes it a 5-3 game. McDavid, though, we're back to within 1. 6-4 Nylander with a pair. And it is all over the place right now. An absolute gong show in Game 6. And it looks like it all comes down to a Game 7. And here we go. Do or die Game 7. The Leafs lead after 1. Camp and Marner. Draisaitl gets us on the board. Second period. 4-3 advantage for Toronto as they're trying to hold on. Never mind. Connor McDavid scores immediately on Stolarz. The Leafs obviously haven't been in the Cup final since '67. Haven't won it since then as well. So a lot of history riding on the line. McDavid also can get his first Cup win of his entire NHL career. 5 minutes remaining to go in Game 7. We're still at a standstill 4-4 tie. 39 seconds to go, and Toronto scores to take the lead in Game 7. Are you serious right now? I didn't even get to see who scored it, but the Oilers are on there. Here's Nylander. What a save by Skinner. We got to get it out. Full pressure, full forecheck, full attack. We got to get it out of the zone. I'm pulling the goal. Empty net, empty net. Here we go. Pull the net. Pull our netminder. Stuart Skinner going to the bench. 23 to go. Oh my God, Jeff Skinner went offside. I cannot believe it. Empty net for the Edmonton Oilers right now. Thankfully, we win the draw. Ekholm skates in the zone. Can we tie the game up? Ekholm to McDavid. Shooting! What a save by Stolarz. That was our chance, wasn't it? Oh, no. Matthews up to Morgan Riley. Over. Nice steal by McDavid. Great defensive play. Draisaitl getting bodied at the blue line. 5 seconds to go. It does not look like the Edmonton Oilers. Draisaitl, no way! And it seems like the best Canadian team right now is indeed going to be the Toronto Maple Leafs as they will go all the way and win the Stanley Cup, full of a league of Canadian teams only in a Game 7 as well. They get the job done over my Edmonton Oilers. And I guess the curse still lives on somewhat, considering they have still never won 4 rounds in a postseason victory. It was only 2 rounds here in the Canadian division. And of course, we go back to the old format of 1967. And the Toronto Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup. Mitch Marner, Conn Smythe winner. He had 4 goals, 19 points, 13 hits over Tummy Ache Matthews. I mean, Mitch the bitch has been having a very solid season in real life. And he's going to go home with a Conn Smythe trophy. He does this in real life, all of those Leaf fans are going to shut their mouth, dude. Nobody's going to say a goddamn thing to Marner again. If he wins the Stanley Cup and the Conn Smythe as well, that would be absolute bonkers. And here comes the newly minted captain, Tummy Ache Matthews, My Back Hurts Matthews, whatever nickname you want to call him. I guess he's a Stanley Cup champion now, as the Leafs have proven to be, I guess, the best Canadian team in NHL 25, as they have won it all. Connor McDavid would tear up in the postseason, 13 goals, 25 points, and yet again loses in another Game 7 in the Cup Finals. Matthews had 13 goals. I think 4 of them came in the final game. Jeff Skinner with 19 points. Marner was up there. How did Mitch Marner win the Conn Smythe Trophy? I really have no idea how. Hyman was pretty decent. Nyes was okay, I guess. Draisaitl was somewhat of a no-show, and Anthony Stolarz with a .905 save percentage, slightly worse than Stuart Foreskin Skinner with .907. Connor McDavid would end up taking home the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Matthews, the Maurice Richard. The Norris would go to Evan Bouchard. The Vezina to Stuart Skinner. And the Selke would end up going to Tummy Ache Matthews from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, it looks like the Leafs will go on and prove that they're the best Canadian team in NHL 25. It was a Game 7. It could have gone either way, and the Leafs would end up taking it with late-game heroics, but I don't even know who scored the goal. If you guys did enjoy the video, though, make sure you leave some support on it. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.